The day started with ice scrapers in hand for a lot of people today. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Light freezing rain overnight and early this morning left a coat of ice on windshields and on the streets and roads as well. Highways in and around the Detroit Lakes area, including Highway 10, were quite slick. There were a few crashes and at least one person was even taken to the hospital. The streets in Fargo-Moorhead at times were treacherous. The rain turned to snow just in time for the major commute in the metro area. Traffic continued to flow, but at a reduced pace. The snow got pretty thick as the morning wore on. So let's check in with Valley News team meteorologist Robert Hahn for a little preview of maybe the drive home today. We're hoping the snow tapers off a bit here. I think it is.
Yeah, the snow tapering off just a bit, but we're going to continue to see some snow showers, some snow flurries, even some periods of very light snow from along and west of the Red River throughout the afternoon. Accumulating snow continues east of the Red River. Here are the advisories as they stand right now. Winter weather advisory there in the darker purple. That goes through 4 a.m. tomorrow. Wind advisory off to the west. That's a sign of things to come. Some strong winds moving in tonight and through the day tomorrow. Could be gusting as high as 35 to 40 miles per hour, and that may create some blowing and drifting snow. There is the snow, that heavier band that moved through the Fargo area between about 10:30 and 11:30. That has pushed east now. Other areas still seeing quite a bit of snow. There is that snow making its way over into Lakes Country, Detroit Lakes. You're going to see a heavier burst of snow here in the next little while. Foston, you're seeing some off and on, perhaps moderate snow, and some more snow off towards the northwest. This will continue to skirt right along the Canadian border. Outside of that, where you're not seeing snow, it's still falling and reducing visibility as low as a mile or so in some locations. Temperatures mostly into the 20s and wind chills in the teens and single digits. As we head through the rest of the day, yes, the accumulating snow will wind down, but then we're going to have to turn our attention to some blowing and drifting snow tonight. Could see visibilities below a half a mile at times later on tonight and through the day tomorrow. And on top of that, some much colder air moving on into the region. We'll talk about all that here in just a few minutes.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert. Well, even right now, there are some dangerously slick roads this afternoon. In fact, a crash between a semi and an SUV was causing some backups on westbound Interstate 94 in Moorhead. Here's a picture of that crash. It happened right around 11:30. Moorhead Police Lieutenant Tori Jacobson says 3 crashes have been reported in that same area. He adds that people need to slow down. Valley News team's Christy Larson took the slow drive out this afternoon to give us the latest on the road conditions this afternoon. Hi, Christy.
Yeah, hi, Lisa. That's right. You know, road conditions both in town and also outside of town are very dangerous. They do have a lot of icy conditions. You know, we almost saw an accident right here on the corner of 19th Avenue South and 45th Street South. So you do have to be cautious when you're in town as well. Now, outside of town, I did talk with North Dakota State Highway Patrol, and they said that both I-94 and I-29, both lanes are mostly covered with snow. They did say that, and make sure you give yourself a little bit of that extra distance in between you and the car in front of you, because underneath that snow that's piled up on the lanes is ice. And talking with Sergeant Jesse Graybo on the Minnesota side, agreed and said that they've had a few accidents like the one you mentioned over in Moorhead on I-94, and he also said that around 11:30 they had one on I-94 and Alexandria. So you have to be careful out on the roads, both encouraging drivers to slow down, make sure you don't use your cruise control during these dangerous drives, as well as making sure you buckle up in case you do end up in an accident. You want to make sure you have that seat belt on. And I know, Lisa, you can go and check weather conditions up online at valleynewslive.com/weather conditions. And like I said, even in town, we've almost seen 2 accidents since we've been here about a half hour.
It's that coating of ice underneath the fresh snow, and we're just not used to this snow, which is odd for this winter. Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy. The weather is also causing problems for air travelers today. Let's take a live look at the Heckler International Airport website for arrivals. An 11:50 American Airlines flight from Chicago was canceled. A 12:42 Delta from the city's delayed. For departures, a 12:16 American Airlines flight, that same one, to Chicago, canceled. A 1:17 Delta flight to the cities delayed. A quick check of the flights in Grand Forks shows us a 5:03 Delta flight coming in is also already being called delayed. New for you at noon, North Dakota Tax Department has lifted its suspension on income tax refunds. Last night, the state started issuing back funds to direct deposit and checks. On Friday, the state suspended refunds due to an increase in tax identity fraud. State Tax Commissioner Ryan Rauschenberger says the state is still taking precautions to combat the fraud.
going forward, you have any issues with your return, and we think there might be the potential for fraud, we will suspend the refund and contact the taxpayer to verify some information. So that in and of itself can delay refunds. So we ask that taxpayers be patient.
Rauschenberger says more complicated returns will take longer to process and that taxpayers should file as soon as they can. North Dakota's U.S. attorney is stepping down to become part of a national law firm which is coming to the state. Timothy Purdon was confirmed U.S. attorney in August of 2010 and will wrap up his work next month. He cites his work fighting violence on the state's Indian reservations as his crowning achievement. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Fargo says he doesn't know the name of the firm Purdon is joining or where it will be located, but that the resignation came as a bit of a surprise. First Assistant U.S. Attorney Chris Myers will take over as Purdon's position until a replacement is nominated and confirmed. An elderly man was hurt and about a dozen others spent the night at a church nearby after an apartment fire in Grand Forks. It happened around 5:30 last night on 3rd Street. Fire officials say a misplaced cigarette caused the fire. Red Cross volunteers manned the evacuation center for about 50 people who were initially forced out. Most were able to go back to their homes last night. The injured man was taken to All True Hospital in Grand Forks. His name and condition are not yet being released. Investigators are asking for your help in identifying a car seen near where NDSU student Tom Beerson's body was found. Take a look at this video. The car in this surveillance video may be tied to this murder investigation. Beerson's body was found in a Moorhead RV sales lot last September, just days after he went missing. Final autopsy results are back, but Moorhead police are not sharing many details with anyone at this point, only that Beerson did not die of a drug or alcohol overdose and was not mutilated. Police say they have no suspects and have not determined a motive for Beerson's murder.